That way we can save on the catering bill. Human centipede. Oh, human centipede. The date started off so well. Let me make sure my chat is working because last time it wasn't. And honestly, I'm not sure if it's gonna make a difference if I check or not. Is my audio on? Yes. Human centipede, human centipede. The date started off so well. Started the night not expecting the fright of my life. She was perfect from what I could tell. How could I not see this happening to me? My favorite food is fish. Really? That's my favorite too. I put it on the charger. Oh, Seribot is in. I actually see Seribot on my computer. So I think chat is working. I love cartoon dogs. Baby, I love Scooby-Doo. Hey girl, what's your favorite film? A masterpiece of art. And hello. Meow 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 meow. Again, I don't hear AFK Journey at all, but on the thing it says that there is audio, so I'm just gonna go with it. The best movie of all, a masterpiece of art called Human Centipede, Human Centipede. You don't hear it either? Interesting. Maybe I should raise it just a teeny bit though. Okay, so it's at volume 21, okay? Please, someone remember that so that if it's too loud, we can figure it out. I'm gonna move it to like 30. 41. It's 41 right now. Do you hear it at all? Actually, I don't know if there's any audio right now. The best movie of all, a masterpiece of art called Human Centipede. And hello, Mad Max. How you doing? They're flying away. They'll be back. Hope they make it. I'm gonna say hope they make it. They'll survive the freeze, the wind, all of it, and reach their southern home. It's very low volume. I can barely hear it. So we do hear it, but it's not loud. Okay. Okay. I'll raise it to 51 then. I don't know what happened because I didn't mess with the audio at all. So it really shouldn't be any different. Is 51 better? And hello, Jose. Welcome in. Human centipede, human centipede. Dime is like, what? You don't know that song? I tried to get the waiter's attention by blinking in Morse code. Why are you blinking so much? I got something in my eye. Here, let me get it out. No, thank you. I don't want to die. Bonjour. Sir was blinking at me. Is it because your date is a freak? No. Very good then. Stop hiding behind your silly made-up red flags and take a chance on the best relationship you never had. We can have a tasteful ceremony and the wedding of our dreams. Only if the wedding is themed. Tell me what the theme's gonna be. Human centipede, human centipede. That way we can save on the catering bill. Human centipede, only one mouth to feed. You never heard that song before? I think that's a red flag. I'm about to get stabbed. They'll survive the freeze, the wind, all of it, and reach their southern home. Tom Cardy. Is that the person who sang Red Flags? I don't even know. It is! It is! I looked it up just now. I think that's a red flag. I'm about to get stabbed. I don't want to get... Why in the cosmos would I ever have? I mean, who sang... Mad Max knew what it was. Mad Max knew. That way we can save on the catering bill. Cassidy doesn't look away until the last bird melts into the sky. Melts? Is that, did I read that right? Did that say melts? Melts into the sky. What a strange saying. I use Steam to run the game now, but remember to link accounts. Seem to oh! I low-key, what I want to check is if they have any stuff with, because you know how they have the Steam store? I would love AFK Journey stuff on the Steam store. Because I completely forgot that that's a thing. That it's on the Steam store now. I want to check if it has something in the... Because that would make me really happy if we had like emotes and stuff that I can use when I talk to my friends on Steam. Because I'm weird like that and I talk to my friends on Steam. Human centipede, human centipede. I think that I'm gonna get murdered tonight. Ooh. I don't know if I want to install it unless there is in fact a Steam store. But I don't actually see it. So I don't know if they have one. When I see like some of these down, they irritate me so much. Like this person was like, can't use my existing account, uninstalling. Honey, like, did you follow the instructions? Most Steam players are veterans, some are rookies and need lots of learning. Fair. When did it actually launch? There's also I Cast Vicious Mockery, Nat 20, let's go. I don't think I've heard that before, but I'm like, I'll look into it. I actually like this song a lot. In fact, the lady obsessed with Human Centipede, I think she's a baddie. Like low key. But let me focus on the game again because I don't think they have a point shop, which honestly makes me a little bit sad. But if they do get a point shop, I will play on Steam. But maybe I should play on Steam anyway because it'll do the automatic updates and then also it'll mark my gameplay time. Because that's one thing I noticed when I looked at the Steam recap. I was so upset. Because it was like, you only play games from, like, 2003. And I'm like, come on now. Don't do me like that. I'm like, I play stuff. I play recent stuff. It was like all old stuff and Power World. It was like all Power World on my recap. Because I love Power World. Professor Hepler, the North Wind. You didn't just mean the spell, did you? The North Wind gives them the push at the moment that matters, but it doesn't fly for them. I thought help meant feeding, patching wounds, preventing every loss. It turned out that it almost smothered their nature. I'm always for playing with the original launcher. Yeah. And that's one thing I wish Mabby would just tell me, except for like once a year. Like once a year, if that, they'll tell you how long you've played. Which is so weird. Can you just tell me on not some milestone month? Because I forgot and I didn't even have the email anymore. And like I know I posted it on Twitter, how long I played Mabby. And thank you so much for the ping. So I wish that I had Mabby. Like I wish I was playing on the Mabby Steam launcher. Steam's got a guide section, but it's not filled with tips, except the non-English videos. Most guides are off Steam. Read lots of them. I don't read guides. In general, I don't actually like guides that much. But, like, there's no reason to use a controller for, so no point in using Steam Overlay. Oh, true. But the thing is, if it's on Steam, that means it can run on the Steam Deck, right? So if you have a Steam Deck, I don't, but I want one. Because I just know Power World handheld would be awesome. Like, I'm just saying, I think that would change my life. I think that would fix me. Just kidding, just kidding. But I really love Palworld. It's one of the more recent games that I really enjoy. It's like Palworld, AFK Journey, and those are like the most modern games. And then like followed by like TFT, which is a little bit older, but it's at the same time it's still modern, right? It counts as modern. I don't even know. But like Mabby, it's older. Like I know it. Although it's still like live service, so it does well. Being a north wind at the moment they can prepare to fly is actually the best help one can give. When you're in the court, in the tangle of politics, I hope you'll remember this, Cassidy. Imagine she just thinks of migratory birds while while dealing with Siren. Cassidy answers before Hepler can finish, calm and certain. I don't need an umbrella over my head, but a steady north wind at my back when it matters. We gave them the north wind, but it would have been wasted if they didn't choose the sky. Cassidy looks at the clear sky. The flock is gone. In its place, the dust creates a golden route that stretches all the way into the horizon. Cassidy, Rebecca and I won't be the lead bird that charts your route, but there will always be a north wind lifting you, as long as you're ready to soar. Passing the north wind, I wish Cassidy all the best. Ooh, there's a little cutscene. Mess detected. Cleaning continues. I love my gingerbread. I'm still upset that I didn't buy the Ludovic skin. Magister, welcome home. Because I thought about it too late. That was my problem. I should have bought the Ludovic skin, but I was like debating. You know me, like I can't just buy something on impulse like that. So I was like thinking about it, like is it worth it? Is it not? Because I think it was like a $10 skin. And I was like, oh, is it worth it? Is it not? And then, to be honest, the skin isn't really my favorite, but I did love the bird. The bird was super cute. But at the same time, I wish I had been like, oh, I wish I paid for it, so then they would know that I want more Ludovic. Guides are how I fight the Dream Realm bosses, pass events, and do the best in Ravaged Realm. Honestly fair. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and it's weird, so I can't wait for their controller thing. Interesting. I played Mabby through Steam. I was trying to set up a controller for it, but it doesn't even read the controller's existence. Yeah, Mabby... Technically, it's a modern game, I guess, but like, they're pretty much running on 2009. Magister, welcome home. Do you want some refreshments? I remember your preference for dessert had changed. So besides the usual night vanilla cream cake, ooh, I prepared strawberry yogurt? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Cranky. We don't like strawberry yogurt and caramel pastries. Caramel is not really my style. I do like... Okay, so if somebody put caramel in front of me... Well... Okay, so I don't like those caramel candies. But like a caramel pastry, I would eat that. Like, I'm not gonna reject that. But I do much rather prefer vanilla cream cake. At least I have to look at a picture of vanilla cream cake. Because what does that even... It sounds delicious. Which is why I want it. Look up a picture. Images. Ooh, looks so good. Oh my gosh. That looks good. I mean, it's a very like basic cake, but like I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? Like it's simple, it's classy. How do you eat your cake? Sometimes I eat it regular, but to be honest, like the frosting is the best part about cake in my opinion. It is my opinion. So I usually either make it like a mash. So I'll like mix the frosting and the cake all together. Or I'll eat around the frosting and eat the frosting at the end. It's so odd that you don't like strawberries. Do you think so? Thank you so much for the ping. Oh wait, YouTube chat, hello. And hello, Mad Max, but on YouTube. So, this is a vanilla cream cake, apparently. I mean, I just googled vanilla cream cake, and it looks very like classy, like very classy, very sassy, but basic. You know what I mean? Like it's classic. I would actually prefer this over like basically, oh shoot, I dropped my phone again. And the one with the sensitive screen, because remember I fixed it myself and I didn't have extra adhesive, so I just put the regular adhesive that was already on it. Like I didn't even glue it. I didn't use new glue or anything, so. I mean, to each their own if you have preferences. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you like your caramel pastries, free Ren skin is tempting for first purchase for me, but then I lose my free-to-play streak. All my strength is free-to-play for now. That is a-okay. To work, I have to go. No! Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go. But welcome in, Lucian. And thank you so much for the cookie. I appreciate it. Let's eat it together. You can have the first bite, Lucian, since you have to go quickly. Ate it? Oh. German chocolate cakes are not cakes, they're abominations. How are you gonna say that? How are you gonna say that? Every cake is just delicious. But to be fair, I can kind of agree, because too much chocolate at once is overwhelming. Too much vanilla, there's no such thing. But too much chocolate, it can get overwhelming. So I prefer like red velvet, because then you have like the buttercream frost, not buttercream, what is it called? Cream cheese frosting. And then it balances the chocolate well. But with just German chocolate cake, it's chocolate frosting and chocolate icing, right? So I think that would be too much for me. And wait, does German chocolate cake have coconuts in it? I freaking hate coconuts. Never. It's a coconut. Yeah, Dime. You, like, that's the same taste. Same taste as me. Do not put coconut in my cake. I'm just saying that's an abomination. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put fruit in my cake in general. I'm sorry, Tres Leches lovers. It's not for me. It's not for me. And it's crazy because that's my sister's favorite cake. It's her favorite. And it disgusts me. It disgusts me to my core. In general, I don't even like fruit, like in general. Unless it's like grape. If it's grape, then okay. But strawberry, no. Lemon, okay, so lemonade, that's great. I love lemonade. I'm addicted to it. I'll eat lemon raw, but don't put lemon in my cake. I'm just saying, don't do that. And hello, Plot. Welcome in. Disgusting. Right? It reminds me of that meme. They're like, grapes disgust me. And then somebody replied, what they saying? Because they said discuss, not disgust. You had me giggling. Lemon cake? No. Or pistachio, which is worse for you? Oh, gosh. Pistachio is worse. But lemon is disgusting. I also don't like cakes that are like fake cake. Like angel food cake. Oh my gosh, with a name like... And thank you so much for the head pet. I appreciate it. You're even Paragon 4. Ooh, nice. Congrats, Wilden. I think you must be beefy. I love raw lemon. You don't like raw lemon? I'd eat that thing raw. And then slap some sugar on it. Or slap some lemon on it. Not lemon. Salt. Either salt or sugar. And it changes the whole taste. How do we feel about fruitcake? Who likes fruitcake? I don't know a single soul who likes fruitcake. I don't even think I've had fruitcake because nobody gives it. Nobody who actually likes you gives you fruitcake. So I don't even know if it's actually good or not. I hate fruitcake with a passion. So that means somebody gave it to you. I'm sorry. But I've never had it before, so I can't even say if I like it or not. Guess I'm soulless. You give people cake? Fruitcake? What does fruitcake taste like? Okay, let me not... It was nasty. I've been over here for a total of 3 streams, and yet raw lemon says a lot. What do you mean? Raw lemon is delicious. Like, I don't even think that's nuanced. I think a lot of people like raw lemon. But you are perfect as you are, Dime. If you like fruitcake, eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it, oh, eat it. And to be honest, I might like it too. I have no idea. Because I've never had it. I don't even know how to get it or make it because I don't know anybody who makes it or sells it. I've never made one, but it's on my list of things to make. I'm one of the biggest free-to-play players in the game. All that research, honestly, Wilden, that's the way to play. Be the best that you can be. And honestly, I'm sure that's a huge inspiration because I made a whole video about how AFK Journey is in fact free to play, but still people want to think that it's like, oh, it's just another gacha game. And I'm like, yes, there's gacha to it, but it's way more than gacha. You know what I mean? Because gacha is just a monetization. Like, it's just a monetization strategy. But I think it would do this game a huge disservice to just say it's like, oh, pay to win, gacha. Like, there is gacha, don't get me wrong, but most of it's cosmetic. I've never made one. Okay, grocery stores usually have them around Thanksgiving, at least here anyway. I get mine from Swiss Colony. What does that even mean? Swiss Colony? Is that a store? Is that a store? Swiss Colony? Swiss Colony. What on earth? It looks pretty though. Okay, the food that they sell here is so cute. Oh my gosh, it looks really nice. It reminds me of those, have you ever been to like a regular store, like a Walmart or something, or like a Kroger, and then they have, like those candies, those chocolates that are like individually wrapped, and then you grow up thinking those are like the most extravagant, most expensive candies in the world, and it's literally just like $3. You know? That's how I feel about some of these candies. Like, what do you mean you can buy a whole Petit Force for $25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3. You can buy 48 Petit Force for like $52. Or 72 for 50. It's less than $1 each. And you would assume that those Petit Force. I actually worked at a candy store that sold Petit Force, so I should know how to pronounce that. I just don't. The only thing that I learned from my time working at a candy place was macaron versus macaroon, because people will get confused all the time which one was which. They call them gacha because they gacha in a chokehold. AFK Journey is not really that. Like, if you compare it to like Genshin, that is like a gacha game. And that's not shade to gacha. It's just, I actually love games with gacha. Like, Mabi has gacha. AFK Journey has gacha. I'm fine with gacha. But with games like Genshin, it is such a huge part of actually enjoying the game. Personally, I don't like it. But other people can. And that's fine. If you want to pay money, then go ahead. You know? So today, bird was indeed the word. The bird's the word. The bird's the word. I said the bird's the word. It's a catalog type deal. I'm not sure what they actually are. I see. It's better than Injustice. Oh, mad shade to gacha. LOL. The bird's the word. I said the bird's the word. Guess who is in Ravaged Realm? We challenge. Look at the event, aka him. Ravaged Realm for some of your favorite. Oh, we need to talk about the outfits, because there's new outfits out and I haven't seen them, so I kind of want to like look at them and see what they are. Do you want some refreshments? Okay, so this is, oh, I completely forgot why we went on a tangent. It's because he was talking about how my taste changed from late night vanilla cake and yogurt and caramel pastries. The yogurt's throwing me off, because why would you give me strawberry yogurt? Like, I just don't understand, because I love yogurt. I love yogurt. But strawberry? Cranky, you gotta fix it. I want them all. You prepared this in advance? I didn't say I want them all, because it's true. Sure, I'll be back in a moment. Cranky is back in a flash with a tray loaded with an assortment of pastries and treats. You had all this ready. Yes, ever since you came back last time and activated me, I've prepared snacks and drinks each day. Oh, in anticipation of your return. Finally, we're reunited after 20 years. Multiple components of mine are exhibiting abnormally high-powered activity, but not due to malfunction. Conclusion, I miss you. Oh. My sweetie. Oh. At least RR, COE, and EOD seasons. Don't remind me. Dairy and fruit in general. I love dairy. I don't like fruit though. Like in general. Because I do like grapes. I really love grapes actually. And I love lemon. Lemon and grape are some of the best things in the world. Not anywhere near pasta, but you know, they're up there. Like lemonade, a good lemonade is right below pasta. You know what I mean? So, like a good fresh lemonade. Don't hit me with Minute Maid lemonade. I do not care. Minute Maid lemonade does not hit. It never does. It leaves me with disappointment. I feel like Hercules. Disappointment! Injustice is a great game, but absolutely ruined by the loot box system. For me, if I ever made a gacha game, which I don't think I would, but if I did, I think I would like gacha to be more on the side of like how AFK Journey does it, where it's pretty much a free game with some gacha in there. Or like Mabby. Actually, Mabby I think is ideal because you can get everything from the auction house, or you could just play the game and save up. It boggles the mind. It's like sweet and not meat. What? Sweet and not meat? Dairy and fruit in general? Like yogurt? Minute Maid, as in it only takes a minute to disappoint, literally. Literally. Because I just don't like Minute Maid. I think it's one of the worst brands for lemonade. But if you want, you know, the company that can sponsor me and I'd eat that sponsorship right up? Simply. Whatever they put in their lemonade is fire. I think it's literally just lemon and water. You prefer Tang. Oh my gosh. The Tang cake. That was horrifying. But you know what? I kind of want to try it again. Oh my gosh. If Tang wanted to sponsor me to make a whole Tang cake again, I would. Because I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny. I don't think I could eat it again though. Because I didn't even eat it that day. I took one bite and the Tang was so Tang. So I had to throw it away. You always bring back a memory star to share your experiences with me whenever you return from a long journey. However, there was no time for that during our last encounter. The once in 50-year crisis was raging, and the emergency alarm had been triggered. With a wistful sigh, you can recall the mysterious murder, the Adamus Syndicate's devious plot, the Arcane Council's intel, and the young man who became a hypo-fiend. It was quite a ride. Is the tower still intact? I just hope we hear more of Jervin's story because I feel like it was so unsatisfying last season. Everything wrapped up very nicely except for Gervin. I just need to know what's going on with Gervin, and I need to know what more of his backstory is. When the next season comes out, I need some sort of close off with Gervin. About gamer subs code, I don't actually have one. This is just a bit LOL, right? It was quite a ride. Is the tower still intact? The silver lining is that we didn't take any major damage from the fights. Aside from a few issues caused by special circumstances, everything's been cleared up. The intrusion last time had been exceptionally rare occurrence. I'm responsible tower spirit. Even though my consciousness hibernated while you were away, I still made sure all essential functions kept running. For example, I organized a library once a month and added new volumes of the latest research findings. That's so sweet! We have to take Cranky with us now! Can't Hammy, Chippy, and Cranky hang out together and keep each other company? I think that'd be a really good idea. So then, Zoria needs to have the lessons here at the tower. I think that would be very lovely. I love this side quest. Time to bound this tower again and learn our relationship with a few fellows. It's really good. Only 2 decades. Yeah. I organized a lot. Second example, I gave visiting students short tours and secured restricted areas with magic barriers. Third example, I regularly clean the living and research areas to prevent the hypofiends and memory stars from escaping. Speaking of memory stars, no offense, Magister, but you really need to start organizing them. That's diabolical. Not this again. It's Cranky's lecture time. I'm not gonna say that. You keep bringing in all sorts of weird items, but you never organize them. That is diabolical. Like, don't say that to me, Cranky. I'm actually extremely organized. I love this side quest. Okay, Bantus and this one is mine now when she's near Cranky. Literally, I'd adopt this man. When you express kindness and loyalty, those are the two things that make me happiest. Like, genuinely. Like, I just want to take care of you. Like, oh, you love me? Okay, join my crew, join my pack. Which is funny because my IRL personality is different, I guess. Like, because if you think of Enneagram, so Enneagram divides basically any like person into 9 categories. And then the 3 highest categories is your personality type. And my 3 categories are ox, elephant, and deer. So deer is actually a follower category. So basically I seek protection in other people. But in video games, I'm like the tiger, you know, like, because the tiger protects deer usually. Like tiger people are strong, so deers gravitate towards tigers because tigers protect deer. Yes, but literally, Cranky is mine now. What was the point in shelving the hamster twins? I don't know. I genuinely think it might just be difficult to keep up with the story. If I don't know, to be honest, Dime, I have no idea. It might be a voice actor thing, like they didn't want to hire these voice actors. Maybe they were like cost more or something like that. That could be it. Or maybe they felt like it would take away from the story of like Gala, because if you have your own children, Hammy and Chippy, running around, then maybe you won't get attached to someone like Gala. So kind of taking away from the story a little bit. Maybe they want to focus on Hammy and Chippy more when light bearers are involved, like we did here in the memory tower. So I think that's a possibility. I mean, if we're getting Cranky, then there's no point in ditching them. I don't think Cranky's gonna be here forever. Cranky just manages our tower. But we're not gonna, like, I don't think this is gonna be our base. Because even, like, in every story, we haven't been here. Like, this is the first time we've been here. Before then, we were in the... what's it called? The Dark Forest? We were in the Ashen Waste, I think it was called. I have no idea. But you know where Thorin and Elsa are from. Then we were in the Winter Kingdom. I forgot what that was called too. So Cranky is our spirit here. Our like butler here. But that's pretty much it. By bizarre items, I mean hazardous and unknown miscellaneous items. I only use the term to sound less harsh. That's crazy. No need to point that out. Understood. I'll remove that part from the record. One more thing. As the Stellar Spire has been vacant for 20 years, some memory star fragments have escaped and are running wild inside. Suggestion. As the tower owner, now is a perfect time for you to do spring cleaning. Isn't that your job? Like, isn't that why I pay you? It would remind everyone that the tower isn't without an owner. Cranky sounds eager to air his pent-up grievances. He wasn't this talkative before. But then again, anyone would turn into a chatterbox after 20 years of hibernation. You find your mind wandering while Cranky paddles on until one keyword snaps your attention. Some memory fragments have escaped. How did memories get up and walk away? That's what I'm thinking. Are they even capable of that? About spring cleaning. Have suggested a spring cleaning? I think the living area could really use it. What about the memory fragments? Memory fragments can escape? My bad. My bad. I forgot you've lost your memory. Memory fragments are what store memories inside memory stars. Memories are extracted into these memory fragments before being sealed. When you open a memory star, you can relive scenes of the past from those fragments. That's interesting. That kind of reminds me of what happened with Azora and Perseus. Oh, why did my heart break when I heard that? My own words made me like kind of like traumatized. But like, remember how we were able to see Azora and Perseus's like experiences from the memory stars? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, she had like fragments, and then we could see like basically like ghosts of the past. The memory fragments aren't bound by anything inside, so they have no problem escaping. How did it happen? Did their seals come loose? Me! Who totally did not change their name on Discord. Well, I guess that explains that scenario. Do you remember the clumsy lady who was with you when you came searching for clues about the Arcane Council last time? Cassidy? Are you referring to Cassidy? Because she's not clumsy. Her haywire... Oh, Pippa! Her haywire magic blew up the cluster of memory stars. Their seals loosened and a large number of memory fragments got out. While I retrieved most of them, 3 exceptionally active ones are still at large. I remember this mission long before arresting Drella. It's a true Tower of Memories side quest. Ooh. With Perseus. Yeah. I really didn't change. But how are you? I'm doing amazing. How are you? They're in a frenzied state, crashing into memory stars. One moment scattering books across the floor. The next, I just saw a spear of light. It looks like this. And it goes like this. But it was weird we could see those flashbacks. Right. So that does explain it a little bit more. That's indeed a memory fragment. Although I see this tower, I don't have the power to seal memory fragments. You're the only one who can bring the tower back to order, Magister. Please find the... I got paranoid. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I just watched a video where it was talking about someone who couldn't pronounce their R's. And I was like over pronouncing the R's. And then it was messing up my reading for like a split second because I was thinking about it. I was like, I can say R's, right? Please find 3 memory fragments and seal them back in the memory star. But I can, Magister. I've jotted down the steps on a note and left it on the desk. You can refer to it anytime, Magister. Okay, let's read it. Capture the runaway memory fragments. Check their content and identify the time period they belong to. Reseal them with their respective memory stars. I kind of want to give Cranky one of the memory stars that we... You know, we've been through so many seasons. I think Cranky would love maybe like the story of Kulu. That could be cool, especially how the twins were the ones who told it to us. Even Verdant Treasures. Let's take it back to Verdant Treasures. You know, we have a lot of memories. The whole Chains of Eternity or Echoes of Descent. I think that would be cool to share with him. I think he would love that. Which one of the memory fragments do you plan to capture first? The wild one, the one I saw earlier. I can more or less tell you which one you mean. It's stressed around everywhere, practically drawn to major exhibits. Major exhibits? Like your portraits, sculptures, and keepsakes celebrating your achievements. It's fascinated by anything related to you, much like a typical tourist. This could be our lead. Let's check out these tourist hotspots and see if we can find it. Magister, we can set off the ones you're ready. Along the way, I can show you the collection here. It might jog your memory. Destination set for navigation. Magister, we're ready to depart whenever you are. Make it sound like we're flying on a plane or something. Like, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. You pronounce R's in Spanish, you mean? In both. In both. The sound I can't make is the TH sound. I hate the TH sound. They're all like... Deaf, 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 deaf. Did I say it right? I hate that TH sound. It's upsetting for no reason. You fix your eyes on the floor painting. 2 interlocking rings of shimmering gold. Metal and metal are hard for me as well. I don't even know them. Metal is like, you know, like gold, silver, and metal is like, you know, like first place, second place kind of thing. Is that right? I don't even know. I hate that word. Parthenon. Yeah, Parthenon. That's how I would say it. Parthenon. Now I'm trying to think, because you have to, like, with that TH sound, your tongue should go under your teeth, right? Like, it should almost be like tongue out. Like, Parthenon. Parthenon. I can't pronounce acere in Spanish. I think Spanish pronunciation, now you're just tricking yourself. Am I? But it's... One thing that drives me crazy about the TH sound is that people can tell the difference when I cannot. So I'll be sitting here like, yeah, I know, like, deaf is a great tool in literary whatever, right? And they'll be like, deaf? Didn't you mean deaf? And I'm here like, that's literally what I said. That is literally what I said. I cannot hear the difference between TH and F. It's the same to me. And they can tell it apart. And I'm like, what? Or are they tripping? I can pronounce all my Dominican slang like a boss, but Cuban stuff, nope. Interesting. Some good Easter eggs, a place to plant some Feliz flower. Oh, a place for Urukan Rustport and Wildborn mementos and wall to hang up Yelena painting. Are you saying that there is Easter eggs, or are you saying that those are the ones that you want to see? Because I feel like we saw a place to plant Feli's flowers. I feel like that was a whole like side thing that we did. But I don't recall hanging Yelena's painting, but I would love to do that. You fix your eyes on the floor painting, 2 interlocking rings of shimmering gold. From the patterns, you can see blazing authority of the sun and intricate precision of the gears. The massive rings enclose the gears, forming the tower's axis. Your instinct tells you that turning it would set the gears in motion, bringing the sun down and unveiling the starry sky. You painted this. I painted all that? That doesn't even look like a painting. That looks like gears. It looks mechanical. And there are 3 paintings in the tower, 1 on the axis of each floor. I was an artist? I don't remember it at all. I'm gonna say this because I'm curious. You were a remarkable painter. I actually suck at painting. Like, I cannot do it. I enjoy drawing, and while I do enjoy painting, I'm really bad at it. I like fiber arts, like knitting. I like that. I like music. I have a lot of artistic hobbies. I even like making 3D models. A lot. Like, that's one of the things I do in my free time. But painting is always, like, really hard for me. Merlin's secretly LOL. You're a remarkable painter. These paintings date back to the time you were still teaching at the Serene Lyceum. Was this my office before? It was. After the stellar spiral was refurbished, you requested to use it as your office so that you could observe the stars freely. If I was, like, a prestigious mage, that's also what I would do. Because I just love the night sky. I think it's so beautiful. I love the stars. I love to see the constellations. I think they're so pretty. And the nighttime is so nice on my eyes. Because in the daytime, the sun is like burning you. But at night, it's so nice. It's relaxing. There's little... While there is still light, there is almost no chance to like blind yourself. And I think the moon is gorgeous. So I would also like to live in a star tower. During this time, you created the 3 paintings and crafted numerous memory stars as well. Me, Crankleton, or Cranky, your loyal and devoted tower spirit. Many believe that during your time here, you have unlocked the ultimate secrets of the world and gained immense magical power. Some think the clues are hidden within these paintings. Is that true? I don't even know that myself. I'm afraid only your past self would know the answer. Anyway, these paintings have become a must-visit attraction for visitors. The memory fragment we're looking for likes hanging around here. Let me do a scan. It's not here, Magister. It is lovely. It's fine. We just need to check the next spot. Isn't it lovely? I'm gonna beat this guy up. Why is he walking around? Okay, I guess not. Wait. This is a door, right? Yes. Yes! was perfect from what I could tell. How could I? Are you Merlin? How are there two of you? Two of me? Sealed hypo fiend? About a year ago, or maybe two, I saw a person myself. Shh. I think she's right upstairs. Went on a detour. I mean, I'd win without Granny Nanny, but we'll do it anyway. Why is it so slow? Where's the times two? Heh, you fool. Soon there will be no more Merlins in this world. Took a detour to beat this guy up because he was talking smack.
Still pretty solid.
I'm still pretty solid. What was that? What was that? Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Please don't stop the music. Shrewd. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. There's also a treasure chest up here, so I want to go ahead and grab this too. That guy looked at me funny. That's why I fought him. You? Work memo memory. Weekly work memo. History of the magic world. Lyceum Square. This is a class for first years. Make it easy to follow, engaging and informative. I love how it just says make it easy to follow, engaging and informative, as if it's easy. Like, oh, let me just make it informative. Mental compensation or cognitive deception. The practical uses of illusions. 9 a.m. Savannah Golden Hall Illusionist Summit. Astrology 101. Introduction to Divination. 10 a.m. Lyceum Divination Lecture Hall. Note, don't forget to prep for this lecture. Advanced Fireball Analysis. 10 a.m. Lyceum and Elemental Lecture Hall. Note, remember to schedule practice after the lecture and notify the training ground staff in advance. Advanced Magic Circle Drawing. 4 p.m. Lyceum Force Field Magic Lecture Hall. Note, this lecture only open to students who have completed the intermediate courses. Others may suffer mental collapse. That sounds severe. I don't even know if anybody should do that then. I need to refine my illusion magic and summon enough doubles to complete everything on the list. Summon enough doubles to complete everything on the list? I wish I could summon stuff like that. You know, just like, oh, let me summon a double to go to work. These books here document your deeds after you were named Merlin. Read Stellar's Bio Chronicles. Merlin's study of astronomy. Read astronomy and divination. You left behind a substantial collection of astronomical observations at the Lyceum. Scholars compiled them into volumes, hoping to uncover the secrets you had discerned from the stars. Read Merlin's study of what was it? Was it anatomy? Astronomy? Astronomy. You are passionate about stargazing during your time as a student at the Serene Lyceum. What if I just liked the stars? What if it had nothing to do with the mysteries of the world or whatever? What if I just liked stars and they were all looking in the wrong direction? There's a billion reasons to not rely on clones. Like, why? Assuming they are just like me. I'm just like you, you're just like me. There's somewhere else we'd rather be. Somewhere that's ours, somewhere that dreams come true. Yes, I'm a girl like you. If I want some breakfast on my plate, Madam Carp will make me pay. And I fetch the eggs myself, and the barn's a mile away. It's cold and wet, but still I get an omelet on my plate. But in my head, I'm back in bed, snuggled up and sleeping late. All those reasons are because they're you. Well, yeah, but I wouldn't abuse me. You know what I mean? Like, what I would practically do is I would take us both to work, okay? And then one hides in the bathroom. And then when I need a break, I go to the bathroom, send them to work. And then when they need a break, and then you know what I mean? Like, we play games like that. I'm just like you, you're just like me. There's somewhere else we'd rather be. somewhere that's ours, somewhere that dreams come true. Yes, I am a girl like you. I also have an extra phone, so I could give them one of my phones, right? And then use instant messenger instead of phone. So that they can talk to me with instant messenger between phones. You were passionate about stargazing during your time as a student in the Serene Lyceum. I just ate a Sour Patch Kid. You often gazed at the stars at night, all night at your observatory. Many scholars believed you were actually practicing divination there. But you once told me you were only there to admire the vast, peaceful night sky. Read Stellar Spiral Chronicles. When your clone achieves individuality, they will try to replace you. Why is that? Why would they try to replace you? Like, in general, what is the motivation with a clone trying to replace you? I don't see a reason. Because I'm not trying to, like, snuff out their light. Because it would be like, what's the anime? Cypher. No. I forgot. It's Cypher, I think. But the twins, they pretended to be one person the entire time so that they could share the work between them, and they can both take credit for the other's success. Because for all intents and purposes, they were the same person, and it worked out for them. Why is my clone automatically evil? Mostly because one of you will have to do things the other doesn't. Well, we do it together. That's the point. We don't tell anybody that we're clones. And then we take turns, because neither of us would be trying to hurt the other. We're just trying to make it easier for ourselves. The Stellar Spiral used to be the Serene Lyceum Observatory. Headmaster Lamar gave it to you as a gift when you agreed to teach at the Lyceum. You transformed into a magic tower and named it the Stellar Spire. And especially it doesn't make sense, because if your clone is evil, what does that say about you? You know what I mean? Like, your clone should not be evil. If it's truly you, you should be able to work together. The only thing that I think would be difficult is because I would not be the most arrogant person in the room. We'd both be pretty arrogant, you know, like. But at the same time, I know not to step on other people's toes. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's like, I don't know, like, if I'm 3D modeling, for example, and my clone walks up to me, they're not gonna, because they're just like me, right? So they're gonna look at me mess up and then sit right back down. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna try to tell me anything like, oh, did you know it would be easier to do this? And then I wouldn't have to defend myself. You know, because we know not to step on each other's toes. I have full confidence that if I had a twin or a clone, we'd crush it. We'd both still be broke, though. Headmaster Lamar gave it to you as a gift when you agreed to teach at the Lyceum. You transformed it into a magic tower and named it the Stellar Spiral. I'll read the rest next time. Magister, there's no sign of the memory fragment in this area. Where has that memory fragment gone? This is harder than I thought. Aimless searching won't work. Let's lure it out with bait. Bait. I understand. Are you suggesting we set a trap with your memorabilia as bait? That's not... It's not that it's evil. You'll soon feel slighted by each other. I can see it. I can see it because when someone is exactly like you, I firmly believe that opposites attract, you know? Because I like people who are kind and gentle. Because I might be prickly. I also hate cooking. So I cook because it's necessity. So I could see that being a problem. I do think we would step on each other's toes a little bit, but doesn't everybody step on each other's toes a little bit? You know? They won't try to replace you though. It takes time to get used to someone. They will. It's inevitable. I don't think so. I don't think it's normal to want to replace somebody. Because you are your own person. You know what I mean? Even if you look identical to someone, like identical twins, they don't want to replace each other. Because it's not a competition. We'd switch out. We'd do tag team. This plan sounds solid, Magister. I'll take you to the living area where most of your memorabilia is kept. That's simply how ego works. I disagree. Destination change, Magister. Let's move to the next spot. Let me follow you to the living area. I don't think that is how ego works. Because I just don't think so. I don't think anybody, because you are your own person. And my clone would have their own sense of individuality. I could see them dyeing their hair. Or maybe they want me to dye my hair, and I'm okay with that. I think they would want to, like, step up and make a name for themselves and do their own thing. Mm-hmm. The best movie of all, a masterpiece of art called Human Centipede. Human Centipede. Go to the living area. You're just proving me correct. I don't think so. I would not try to replace anybody. Like, I'm thinking about myself. Cloned. And I would not want to replace me. Because I am me. Let's see if we find anything suitable as bait here. Because I would not, because I know I'm me. And they would know they're them. You know what I mean? And then if they want to pretend they are my father's daughter, they can. You know what I mean? Like, I won't snitch. I'm not a snitch. Like, they can both be me. They can be invisible. Like, that's the thing. We don't have to interact twice. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling tired of a conversation, send the clone in. When they're tired of the conversation, they send me in. What if every time we cloned, germinated ourselves, we kept a part of them afterward, like paradox deja vu, kind of like Voldemort and Harry Potter, kind of. Always a single soul that keeps... Ooh! That sounds lit, Wilden. I like that. A single soul that keeps even alternative paths. That's the second try. Like that second try in video games. I'm interested. Oh man, not this game. This is the least satisfying game in I mean, the running one is less satisfying than this. So I guess I'll give this one props. Who's this guy? Who are you? I don't know you. Oh shoot, I don't know him. This portrait of yours should work perfectly. Are you sure this is me? I look better than this. Well, you're always changing your appearance through transfiguration. Today you're a rugged warrior. Tomorrow you might look like a mysterious witch, or even a hamster. Even I'm not entirely sure what you really look like, let alone those artists who have never seen you. This painting is the most popular version now, so I got a copy for my collection. I'm sure this portrait can do the trick. Just trust me, Magister. I'm curious because what did I look like in the Serene Lyceum time? I must have looked like this, right? Like, this has to be my closest to true appearance, right? but keeps memories of each paradox path. Ooh, that sounds lit, Wilden. I'd play that. It depends on how the clone rules work. They simply can't have a mind of their own, otherwise there will be a falling out. I disagree. Because I don't think people are trying to replace you in general, even if they believe they are the original. Does it matter? Does it matter? It's literally like the Shiba and Cypher thing. You know, like we work together, so we both struggle less. You know what I mean? That's how the mind works. I don't think so. Show me a study. Show me a study. If there's a professional study about it, then I will concede a little bit. Because I'm not I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know everything, right? I just don't think so, because I love me. Like, I'm so arrogant. Like, I have an ego. I love me. I love everything about me. And so if I saw someone else be exactly like me, I think we would not step on each other's toes too much. Like, of course there's gonna be disagreements, but fundamental things like replacing each other, I don't think that would happen. Like, we might be like, this Sour Patch Kid is mine, but in reality, how I would handle it is like, who paid for it? I did, so this is mine. We split checks 50-50. My Sour Patch Kids are mine, and your Sour Patch Kids are yours. Can't have a study, clones don't exist yet. I just don't think the brain works. Like, I think who you are will be exemplified. So if you're someone who likes to brag, and then your clone likes to brag, it's gonna be hard for both of you to brag, because you're both, like, showy. You know what I mean? So you'll try to one-up each other. I could see that. But that's not my personality. I'm not trying to talk to people. I'm not trying to brag. I'm trying to stay in my lane. And I can see it being so helpful, because if she's just like me, I know that she will, like, work hard to do art with me, and she can focus on, for example, rigging. I love rigging, I just never had the time to do it. But she could do it, and then I could do the base meshes. I also like doing that. So we'd both have fun, but we'd specialize in other things. But since we're the same person, we could sign up for an LLC, a sole proprietorship, because we are one person, right? We just pretend we're one person the entire time. Split checks evenly. Have our own personal belongings. I have more than one room. She can sleep in another room. Or she can sleep in my room. I'm not even attached to this one. The most expensive thing would be buying another computer, because I know I'm going to want another computer. I don't want to share my computer. But that would be the most expensive thing. What if you say your clone fumble? What do you mean clone fumble? Like, she makes a mistake? That's fine. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. That's it. We just move on. Oh, fumble? Your the memory fragment is here. Capture it with your magic. Catch them, like Dora. I'm so glad to see you again, my dear. Honestly, I didn't expect you to accept my invitation. After all, you went so far as to revise 20 free spells just to skip class back then. Because of you, our student attendance took a big hit for several years. I thought you weren't fond of school. What changed your mind? Teaching sounds fun. I feel like settling down. That's a secret. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. And you know what? Professor Lamar is dead, so he did in fact keep our secret. The only disadvantage of keeping everything, even paradox memories, would not be getting migraine over choices and learning to cope with. Yeah, that's true. I could see that being a problem. Because if you are reborn with all your memories every time, you would start to feel trauma. Because you would start feeling the pain of death over and over again. So you'd be like, I don't want to die. Over and over again. You're like, is this really the right choice? I feel like you would develop the phobia of leaving your home. I'm not surprised at all. You've always been mysterious, even back in your student days. I'm sure you're curious why I suddenly invited you back. It's simply because you're the famous Merlin now. With you as our poster girl, our funding's bound to double next year. The headmaster beams with pride, his grin so wide that his eyes have nearly vanished into slits. That's crazy. And you know what? If he's gonna use me as the poster kid, where's my cut? You know, like, that's all I gotta say. Like, okay, but where's my piece? Where's my cut? Was that really the reason he invited you? You can't know for sure. My dear, I prepared a gift for you. You've done so much for the Lyceum. Now, just look behind you. That thicket of bushes? This muddy clearing? Or the snoozing frog? That snoozing frog? None of those. Keep looking. See the tower now? It's the campus observatory. Back then, you'd often skip class just to stare at the stars there. Remember? Cope with extra memories. Know what is valuable even if you can't have everything perfect. And respect the free will of others too. You know, I thought about this before. Because you know how like phoenixes? They're portrayed differently depending on the media, right? But usually what it's like is that somebody who has like, you know, like the phoenix, they experience entire life. And then they die in the flames and then come back as a child, right? So now thinking about that, like in the media, if you combine that with like media where the phoenixes are like also sharing like human traits sometimes, like they can transform, would they be accepted by their family? You know what I mean? Would they have a family? And would that get lonely? Because what are you going to do in your infancy stages, right? Because an infant cannot do anything. Even if they have all the memories, they need someone to protect them, right? Or it will be just like a never-ending cycle of like dying as an infant and coming back, dying and coming back, dying and coming back. So then does that mean you have to just hope you get adopted by somebody so that they can take care of you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then on top of that, how are you going to explain as a child why you have so many memories? And then at the same time, if you combine all of that to like real life, if you display too much intelligence young, you're going to be a human experiment. Like, I'm so sorry, but if you're that intelligent, you'll skip grades and you'll get the attention of people who you don't want their attention. What if your clone fumbles something that could gravely injure you? And let's say this happens multiple times. How many accidents would you find it problematic? I'm not that clumsy. If my clone was genuinely making that many dangerous mistakes, I think she's out to kill me. But that's not me. I would never harm myself. I wouldn't harm anybody. Accidents are not planned. No, but I think if, you know what I mean? Like, oops, I backed the car out when you were walking. That's not accident. So, like, it's not in my personality to make such devastating accidents. You know, I've lived with people before. I've even lived with my friends before. And I've never hurt anybody. Not physically, anyway. Emotionally, yeah, I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect. But gravely injure? Like, what has to happen for that? But it could happen. Well, if it's one mistake, then okay. You know, like, what if like they left, I don't know, a knife on the floor? Okay. I don't really get it. I don't know how you would leave a knife on the floor. That's not my personality. But let's assume. And then I stepped on the knife. I would be like devastated, but like that's one time, that's a mistake. That's okay. If it kept happening, that's really weird. I think you planned it. I don't think it's an accident. Because it's just not possible. It's just not possible. Because think about it. How many times have you made a mistake that put someone's life in danger? Not often, right? Like really physical bodily harm. How many times has it happened? I cannot think of one time where my actions would have led to someone dying. I just cannot imagine it. Maybe they're chopping someone and why would I spook them? I'm not psychotic. I don't spook people. I mean, to be fair, I don't even think it's psychotic. It's just not my personality. Especially when I'm chopping. And they accidentally fling the knife at you. That is a lot of like... It's just not my personality to do that. What I would do is I would trap them in a freezer. You know, like one of those freezers. Because I don't experience cold. So, it wouldn't hurt me. But I would trap them for like 1 minute. And then they'd be like, oh, haha, you're so funny. Because I do that with my sister, actually. And, I think that's funny. But it still would never like lead to someone dying. You walked in on them and they weren't expecting them to be, and they weren't expecting me to be there. I just don't think that would happen. Once or twice, okay. But like, after living with someone, you start to learn their quirks, you know? But since we're the same person, I don't even have to think that much. Because I know when I would get home, because we would go to work together so that we could do the little time fraud. And then we would go home together. And then we go to our room. You know what I mean? We just go to our own rooms and then grab a snack if we want it. We'd probably take turns cooking. Is campus observatory? Back then, you'd often skip class just to stare at the stars, remember? It's yours now. You can either leave it as it is or refurbish it. I hope you'll make good use of it. After the headmaster's knowing wink, the scene warps, fades, and finally disappears. Then your mind returns to the present. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I think clones... For a second, I thought I heard a different voice. I was like, what? But, the more I think about it, the more I think people would be happier. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that instead of having to work all day. Does that sound bad to you? Does that sound bad to you, Dime? Because that sounds like heaven to me. Just like swap every hour. Because I don't want to like go out there serving, waiting on people, have them yell at me. And there are times when I feel like crying at work. You know, like it feels rough. And then I just want to go do anything. And then so I do hide in the bathroom sometimes. And then it would be so nice if I go to the bathroom and then they see me crying. They're like, girl, are you okay? And then they give me a quick little pep talk. You know, like, girl, you're okay. You're cool. You're valid. Go ahead, sit down. I'll take it from here. And then they work. And then when they need a break, their feet are hurting. They're like, girl, are you okay? You're good? Okay, let's go back out there. It's my dream to write a story about time paradox, people, creature, aliens, outcast by time, but working and fighting for a decent life of peace and respect. Write it, Wilden. Write it. If you write a story, I'll read it. If you make a movie or an animation or something, I'll watch it. And if you make a game, I'll play it. I would just bring my tablet. Like, I would bring my Switch, I'd bring my tablet. Imagine... I'd have a party. For me, I'm okay with it. Just swapping every hour. And if an hour is not enough time, then we could do like 2-hour swaps. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like we could play it by ear. See how it goes. Then your mind returns to the present. Magister, have you finished watching the memory? I saw Headmaster Lemar. I remember this. That was when Headmaster Lemar gave you the observatory. The moment the stellar spire and I myself came into existence. The memory fragment belongs to Merlin, the Merlin era section. There are different sections? You bet. Without proper categorization, your memory of stars would be an absolute mess. Now we need to find the right section and seal the memory fragment back into the memory star. Let's go, Magister. Come with me to the Merlin era section. Even their bodies would be hybrids of each paradox, giving extra strength and powers for healing, but fight for peace, not a perfect timeline. Right. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one. I just wish they would make it a little bit more complex, like have different levels. You know, like maybe sometimes it's like 2 layers or 3. Okay, so this one, this one's easy because all we need to do is switch these and then bam, easy. As you open the memory star with sealing magic, a force surges from within, drawing the memory fragment in. I like anything that makes you think even a little bit. Like, just a little bit, and I'm happier. It's done. Let me check the... Oop, I accidentally opened a different menu. It's done. Let me check the memory inside. After returning to the Serene Lyceum, you turned the observatory into the stellar spire. Then, you left to support the Lightbearer army when war broke out. This memory star is now complete. Is anything wrong? You seem upset. No, the seal's perfectly tight. The memory fragment inside won't escape again unless the memory star takes a heavy hit. It's just that I don't like what comes after this era. As the Second Divine War raged on, you withdrew into yourself, no longer the cheerful soul you once were. You were constantly away, facing formidable enemies in perilous places. One day, you left me a message and never came back. Oh, Cranky, pet Cranky's head. Boom, a deafening crash shakes the area, followed by the ferocious roar of a hypofiend. The neatly stacked memory stars tumble to the ground, scattering into all directions. Danger! Danger! I just put these memory stars in order. A hypofiend has broken free. The sound's coming from the research area. It has to be the work of another escaped memory fragment. Please seal it as soon as possible before the hypofiend does any more damage. Hidden Grimoire. Just got riled up and sorted all of the memory stars. Don't worry, Cranky. I'll seal it at once and help you clean. I think with exceptions of some people, I feel like most people would love to live with themselves. I think the hardest thing for me would be the chores. You know, like I hate chores already. But we could split it. We could split chores. Yeah, true.
Everyone's doing great.
The hypofiend's been sealed. I'll check on the damage, Magister. Cranky thoroughly inspects the research area. Fortunately, the hypofiend wasn't very powerful, so the damage was minimal. Good thing it wasn't dangerous. Too bad, I thrive on challenges. Sorry, I should have realized sooner that the hypofiend wasn't dangerous. After all, you used it in the first combat lesson for students to practice on. And you insisted on keeping it in a memory star as a memento. There are many more hypofiend keepsakes like this, such as the second one of your students defeated. The first one caught during a field research. The whole wall is filled with memory stars containing hypofiends. So I was a hypofiend collector. They're also meaningful. I could explain it over and over, but if you don't believe how egos are easily twisted, you'd never get how fast things can turn bad. True, I guess so. I do have mainly hope for technology, because I do believe in human good, you know? Personally, I think when given a choice, people will do the right thing. So, I don't think anyone would try to harm, but let's say I am wrong, and then human can be more evil than good sometimes. I don't even want to say that because I don't think that's true. But I get your point that, like, I have a different base belief. I believe most humans are good. So I don't think that you can get twisted personally. But I could see in your scenario, assuming somebody can get twisted, then yeah, I could see them wanting to like get rid of you. I can see it. Yeah, humans are capable of both good and evil. That's true. But I think most people are good a majority of the time. We make mistakes, that's true. But I think most people want to do the right thing. And I think most people don't want to hurt people. I get it. Rest assured, all the memory stars are safely kept here in perfect condition. Magister, I must remind you once more of the importance of keeping things organized. If a hypo fiend escapes from the tower, it could spell big trouble. The entire campus would plunge into chaos. In fact, under the latest campus regulations, these items are classified as contraband and can't be stored in private magic towers. If the school decides to act on this, you could be held accountable. I'll take it seriously. Don't worry, I'm Merlin. Indeed, the school will probably go easy on you, but regular cleaning is still essential. That reminds me, the memory fragment carrying the hypofiend has gone into hiding again. Let's look for it here, Magister. Something good for one person can be bad for someone else. That's true. You know, I thought about that because I don't know if you know, like, analog horror and, like, the idea of alternates, you know? I played this one game. It was really interesting because it was about two separate people, but you only saw the perspective of one person. And this person was like living a regular life. Like imagine like the life you're living right now. And they're like, oh man, I'm so bored. I want to explore a new world. And then one day a portal opens up in her home and they switch. Like basically she has an alternate in this other world. And the world that she's from is in chaos, but it's like the same person. And there's like murders and stuff happening. And they would switch every night. So basically, they would experience the other's life for like a few hours a day, right? But then one day, the one who was from the horrible world, she was just like, "I'm sorry, but I can't go back." And then she closes the portal because she was the one who opened it to begin with. So while the other person was complaining about her like perfect life, basically, the other one was just like trying to figure out how to open the portal and then close the portal again. But the thing was that there could only be one of that person. So it was an interesting concept. Let's look for here, Magister. So much junk here. What could the memory fragment be? Welcome to the Professor Era section. This is where your journal, research notes, and memory stars from your time teaching at the Lyceum are stored. It isn't here. This particular memory fragment loves rummaging through things, leaving a mess wherever it goes. I suspect it's at it again, somewhere in the stacks of documents. Maybe we should search around the documents, Magister. These don't look like research notes. Are they my journals? Memory extractor. This memory extractor can only be used by mages. Users are advised to attain a calm state of mind through meditation before use. The operating procedures must be strictly followed at all times. This device does not guarantee the authenticity of the memories it extracts or stores. Improper use can cause brain injury, psychiatric disorders, memory dysfunction, and in severe cases, life-threatening complications. That sounds very severe. Now the semester break is here and my research is all wrapped up, it's time for a long trip. At the beach, I caught 10 big fish and had a barbecue party with a nearby anglers. While hiking through a mountain, I kept hearing voices calling out to me. It turned out to be a parrot that had learned to speak from a wilder. That's cute. The weather in the desert was terrible. One moment the sky was clear and next a sandstorm swept in, turning the sky hazy. Even magic couldn't remove the dust on my rucksack. Yet in the harsh environment, an upbeat community of orphans made their home here. The children were so optimistic and innocent. When the sandstorm tore through the campus, they didn't cry. Instead, they invited me to lie on the sand and watch the stars with them. Before leaving, I transformed the desert into an oasis. May those trees thrive forever, keeping this little haven safe on my behalf. And hello, James. Welcome in. James, do you like your life? This is a personal theory, but when you sleep, you can glimpse alternate realities. I have zero proof, but if you lose consciousness, that conscious must go somewhere. I do kind of agree with you, Dime. I'm not an expert, but I do think... I don't know. I think it is cool to think of the possibilities. And until we have proof of it not happening or happening, I think it's cool to think about it. You know what I mean? The wall to hang paintings is right on this floor. The blank wall before or after this mission. Nice. You said where? On this floor. Blank wall. Human centipede. Human centipede. I think that I'm gonna get murdered tonight. Human centipede. Human centipede. Is this the tower maintenance log? Recorded by Crankleton. Date. Day 6,324 since Magister Merlin's departure. Status. Normal. Minor risk of malfunction. Self-repair disabled. Why? Maintenance log. The 6,324th day. Daily maintenance has been completed as instructed. All tower systems are functioning normally. Special remark. To make full use of my idle capacity, I have initiated the book organization program 378. 378th cycle. The tower contains a total of 32,600 books, all read. Among them, 9,507 bear Magister Merlin's signature, and 3,100 show fine terrors. No changes from previous cycle. Entry complete. I'm looking for the wall for Princess Yelena's things. Yeah, I noticed that, Wilden. I noticed that. I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't mention it, but I did notice it. Ooh, level. My student life. The new semester started, and of course, an awkward guy moved in next door. His name's Siren. Oh! What? An awkward guy moved in next door. What do you mean? Oh, like dorm. Okay. For some reason, I swear he's got it out for me. I have no idea why. He's super smart. Probably the only one in our year who's almost as good as me. That's diabolical. That's diabolical. The gravity spell he refined, it can literally warp space to slow down enemies. Pretty impressive. After half a year, he's finally stopped glaring at me like I'm a monster. Sometimes he even talks to me now, usually about schoolwork. This morning, he walked past my desk 4 times and did not say a single word. Eventually, I had to tap his shoulder and tell him, "Hey, you could have just said hi." His face went red so fast, I thought he'd catch fire. Dura above, I didn't mean to scare him. Anyway, after trying all my social hacks? Small talk, compliments. I would never small talk. Small talk is the #1 way to irritate me. When I tell you, it triggers me so much. I hate small talk. There is a time and place for small talk, but if I know you, do not hit me with a small talk. Good morning. How are you? I'm doing good. How do you expect the conversation to get anywhere from there? How's the weather? It's the same thing. Don't do that. Hit me with something. In fact, with a lot of my friends, you don't even need to talk to me. Like, you really don't, unless there's something to talk about. You know? Like, they send me a picture of Kirby. Oh my gosh, I thought about you. That's cute. I like that. And then we can talk about it. Oh, did you see this new episode? Did you play the new game? Are you gonna get it? Something like that. But not good enough. Yeah, I get the feeling for hating small talk, yeah. Blank wall right of the desk, across the wall of the desk, separated by the pathway to the back. We can hang somewhere there. Thank you. Curry hits different for real. For sure. And I find I'd rather less conversation if that conversation is meaningful. I don't like fluff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Compliments. I would compliment, because if I feel someone hates me, I'm gonna try to, like, you know, maybe it's bad, but like fight, flight, fawn, freeze. I do have kind of like fawn response sometimes, because I want people to like me, right? But I know that not everybody's gonna like me. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you hate me, you hate me, you know, especially if it's a core thing. Like, I'm not gonna dim my light to make you feel better, you know? And I have a feeling that Siren is gonna hate you no matter what, right? So I'm not gonna, like, I see he hates me for being better than him. Okay, that sounds like a you problem, right? Even a little teasing. Why would I tease somebody I don't know? Why would I tease somebody who actively hates me? Okay, Merlin, I usually have like the same personality as Merlin, but I would never tease somebody I don't know. And I would not have small talk. I don't like small talk. He finally blurted out that he sees me as his rival and plans to beat me in the next exam. It literally reminds me of Harvest Moon, how sometimes your rival can be so needlessly aggressive. I'm thinking of Harvest Moon Magical Melody with the character Jamie. It literally reminds me of that. I think he was serious. But seriously, can the guy be more creative with his life goals? That's funny. I told him there are way... Merlin! I told him there are way cooler things to try. Like inventing an 11th way to skip class. That's funny. I like that. I like the way you think. He just stared at me like I was speaking some ancient language. I'm pretty sure he didn't get it. So yeah, he's probably gonna take a second place in finals again. That's diabolical. After all that, you... Merlin is confident. Merlin is confident. I'd say improvise. Fight fire with fire. Fight the fire. It's out now. Do 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 do. Because it's not fact yet. Which is not fact. That I'm better than him? Yeah, it shouldn't be. If you have such an issue with me being stronger, then get stronger. You know what I mean? Like, don't fight me. That has nothing to do with me. Your insecurity has nothing to do with me. Work on improving yourself or being comfortable with who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be the best. Who told you you have to be number one all the time? You don't have to. It's okay to be number two. Especially in school when this is such a minor thing. You don't even know if you want to do this for the rest of your life. You know? Because it's not a fact yet. I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. That he doesn't hate me yet. I'm just a rival right now. So yeah, he's probably gonna take second place in finals again. To be honest, if I was Siren and I read this, he's probably gonna take second place again in finals. I would also hate me. Because this is like some next level arrogance. Like, I don't know that. I don't know I'm gonna be first place. Why am I so confident I'm gonna be first place? By now, he should have snapped out of it and gone back to his usual geeky self. Geeky? Don't make me like Siren. Don't do that. Siren sucks, and he's gonna stay sucking. Don't take that out of context. Thank you. That's why I'm like, if I'm not too concerned about something that I'm not involved with, it's not worth the conversation. Right. Like, why are you trying to pick a fight with me? Friendly competition is okay, though. So, I mean, I don't necessarily mind being a rival. That's fine. But if you're gonna hate me for it, then let's not. Like, it's not that serious to me. It's also a case of one-sided competition. Exactly. That's the problem, Dime. Because, like, it's okay to have friendly competition. That's fine. But it shouldn't tear you to pieces, you know? Ha. Classic Siren. If I pop by his door with some new magic tricks, he'll probably scowl and demand I teach him everything. And honestly, I kind of like that. What a wholesome, weird little friendship we've got. I should get back to work. Ugh. What a weird, wholesome, weird little friendship we've got. Ugh. It's not important to you, but it's important to him. Right. For me, to be honest, I stay in my lane. And comparing yourself to all these different people is not the way to happiness. Siren, friendly when recruited, villainous like Hodgkin in the current story. Will the rivalry keep going, or will we eventually reach a stalemate? It's like Goku and Vegeta, but what will happen? Well, leave Vegeta out of this. Vegeta is great. When I was a kid, I liked Goku more. But as an adult, I like Vegeta far more. I think Goku dropped the ball a couple of times. Especially when it comes to Gohan. You know? I feel really bad for Gohan. And I can understand why that relationship is strained. But Vegeta, you notice Trunks doesn't have a problem. I'm just saying. The headmaster has come up with another rule. Oh shoot, I forgot to check the Princess Yelena thing. There's 2 pages. Mandating that professors keep a teaching log. I don't mind, actually. It'll be a nice way to keep track of all the fun and happy moments on campus. The textbook, Introduction to Magic, is way too boring. It's all theory and basic spells. So I taught my students some fun spells beyond the syllabus. They finally showed some interest. Oh no, the kids have been messing around with these spells in other classes. A few professors have come to confront me about it. Oh no! Professor Herbert is one of them. Didn't we already talk about Herbert with, Sleeping Hungry Talking Rude? Forget all the Goku and Vegetas. Krillin, LOL. Android 18 is fire. Android 18 was my favorite as a kid. I actually think now it's more... I actually am a big Vegeta fan. Like, out of nowhere, I started really liking Vegeta. Because as a kid, I think Krillin was actually my favorite. And then Android 18. Even 17, to be honest, but 18. So I really like Krillin, Android 18. 17 a little bit. Like, I didn't think he was perfect, but I liked him. And then as I got older, I stopped caring about Android 18. I like Krillin more, and I like Vegeta more. It is real. Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, and others. Lots of villains and rivals turned reformed. I mean, lots. And I feel like Dragon Ball did it well. You know, with characters. I'm trying to think, because I don't even count Vegeta as a villain. Like, I don't know, I guess. Because he's such a... I guess so. Oh no, the kids have been messy. Okay, a few... Professor Herbert was one of them. He said some students cast a hair growth spell on the greenhouse plants, causing them to grow out of control and eventually burst through the classroom walls. Professor Saibin arrived later to complain about his colorful mustache, the work of students who used a color-changing spell. Wait, another professor's at the door. I have to stop here. You know, shame on these kids. Because you're older, right? So when there's a cool teacher, you don't put them in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, you use your little spells when nobody's looking. You know? When you're by yourself. But now you put the cool teacher at risk. So why would you do that? Use your noodle. Today in class, I introduced a spell that elevates the flavor of desserts. What a crazy thing, but sure, let's do it. This spell is one of my favorite creations. Though some dismiss it as impractical, but isn't magic meant to bring joy? I agree! A spell that makes desserts more enjoyable can hardly be called useless. It's so useful, actually. With this spell, you can open a bakery and sell the most fire desserts. The students were fascinated by it, so I promised to bring some dessert to the next class for a live demonstration. And the cool teacher wants to give you dessert? Nice. I'd eat it. He 100% was evil, but for whatever reason, the threat of competition made him an anti-hero? I guess. The spell worked flawlessly, but the results weren't perfect. Apparently, not everyone shares my sweet tooth. Whoa, the desserts were too cloying for students. In the end, I had to take all the dessert home. I really doubt I can finish 30 pieces of cake myself in 2 days. What is cloying? I have to define that. Define cloying. Disgustingly or distasteful by reason of excess. Excessively sweet or sentimental. Oh, disgusting or distasteful by reason of excess. He only really cares about Wilma, and that's exactly it. That's what I love about him. That's what I love about him. That he loves his wife and he loves his kid. Like, he messed up with Trunks a couple of times and accidentally hurt him a couple of times, but there's a reason why Trunks went back in time. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to fix it. Because at the end of the day, he likes his family. And then, and Vegeta made sure to take care of Trunks. Was he super soft and sweet? No. But you don't have to be. You know, you can have, like, a colder exterior. But you cannot deny that he loved Bulma, right? Former villain, now friendly rivals. And at the end of the day, his main issue was being a little bit weaker than Goku. But he got over it, unlike Siren. They're really gonna have to do heavy lifting to make me like Siren. I don't think I could. And I can eat 30 pieces of cake by myself in 2 days. What kind of statement is that? I could eat 30 pieces of cake in 1 day. I don't even need 2 days. Dragon, rock the dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon. I remember there was a scene where didn't Vegeta want to name, not Trunks, because Bulma named Trunks, but he wanted to name, like, the daughter something else, right? Something, like a Saiyan name, right? But Bulma was like, no. That episode was cute. To be honest, I like Vegeta. Like, in general, as a kid, I did not like Vegeta. And I had that same moment with Death Note too, because I hated Misa as a kid. But now as an adult, I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like her. Everything recorded in these journals is backed up in memory stars. If you're interested, I can retrieve them for you. So many memories are stored. No wonder there are so many memory stars. Because these memories hold great significance. You might not remember this, but you originally created the memory stars to preserve cherished memories. You've always been one who loves life. In your free time, you travel far and wide, storing joyful and memorable experience in memory stars to bring back and share with me. I don't remember any of that. Tell me more about my past. I didn't want to say, like, oh, I don't remember any of that, because that's obviously a treasured memory for Cranky. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I don't share that precious memory with you too. I didn't pay enough attention to Death Note. It didn't hold my attention well. That's crazy to me, Dime. I'm telling you, like, it was a different experience as a kid. When I was a kid, and then as an adult, I could have swore it was a different anime. Like, there's a lot that you miss. No problem. I remember everything, and I can go through each story with you one by one. You were already the famous Merlin during this time, when Headmaster Lamar invited you back to the Lyceum. He wanted to teach you advanced magic. However, you chose to teach Introduction to Magic, which wasn't a core course. You considered the course crucial, as it helped shape the minds of those just stepping into the world of magic. Through your classes, you hope to spark the students' interest in magic. You believed magic could bring happiness, but that changed when... What was that? Quick, before the hyena come. Oh, music! Those who... The memory fragment. Have seen... He's leaving the tower. He took the memory. He took off that way. before we do that, I actually want to read what Wilden said about where to hang Princess Helena's picture. Picture, picture, smile for the picture. Pose with your brother, won't you be a good sister, everyone? Blank wall, right of the desk. Okay, let me go over there. Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't. I could have really walked this way. It's fine. Oops. Please don't let them look through the curtains. DOLLHOUSE. I think things that nobody else sees. DOLLHOUSE. Okay, well, now I'm going this way because this is right for me. But at the same time, I see that this desk is facing this way. So if I face this way, then her right is actually this side. But I'm not going to overthink it. I think Wilden meant... I think Wilden meant over here. Our right. Hey girl, open the walls. Play with your dolls. We'll be the perfect fantasy family. Separated by a pathway to the back. We can hang something there. Separated by a pathway to the back. Okay, so somewhere like right here? Am I dumb? I am. We'll be the perfect family. Like, I'm not even upset that I'm a little bit... a little more right, that's it. Over here? Picture, picture. Smile for the picture. Pose with your brother, won't you be a sister? Everyone thinks that we're perfect. I don't see anything. Heart. That's it? This is it, a big finale, but they never quit. They were out to get me what I did. Maybe if I stop moving, maybe it just wants me to stop moving a little bit. What I did was unforgivable, but I will pay the price. Golden suits are now my curse, and now I walk towards you. If I could rewind, I would never go back to that place at that time. I don't see it, Wilden. I think we're gonna have to come back here because I have literally no idea where we're supposed to hang the painting. If I could rewind. There seems to be a minigame right here, so I kind of want to play that. Is this it? The minigame? If I could rewind. You see what I mean? Like, there's a memory, a minigame right here. What? There's nothing here. I feel like that one ghost from Fatal Frame. There's no one here. My eyes! There's no one here. Might activate after the mission. You need to talk to Kanki about the wall on the first floor. I see. Chase the fragment. My eyes. There's no one here. I love that ghost. She's actually my favorite. How dare you smack my memory star? That was mine. Look, there's a hypo fiend. Let's deal with the hypo fiend first. Easy. No way, Jose, I hate how grown up through the world, dripping with lies, reality's disgusting, man, I wish I could be a kid forever. What if we make that wish come true together, to a place where the fun never ends, crazy adventure that will never end. After sealing the hypofiend away, you find the memory fragment cowering in the bushes. Oh, overwhelmed by the harshness of the real world, it sinks weakly into your palm. A scene from your past flickers through your mind. Muriel! We need to bring Muriel back. Like, she literally just vanished. Professor, you don't look well. Is it from all the fighting lately? Next time, please take me with you. I'll burn those despicable hypogeans to ashes. I wish to ease your burden. It pains me to see you looking so tired and sad. Battle doesn't wear me out. It's the responsibilities I bear. Are you saying that being involved in the war as Merlin is stressing you out? Things haven't been the same since you started aiding in the Lightbearer army. It's almost as if you've grown into a completely different person. Why does it have feelings? No idea. I mean, it's my memory, so maybe it's like just my theory is that it shares my personality traits, especially with the memory, how I felt in that memory. So maybe here I have my memory is more cowering because of the memory inside. People say, so they say, you now carry the gravitas of a great mage. But for me, I'd rather you remain the bright and pure-hearted professor you once were. Back then, you often spoke of magic as something that could make the world a better place. Still remember that? I was wrong. Dark magic rules the world. The war will ruin everything. Like fire, magic can be mesmerizing yet unforgiving at the same time. It can bring joy to the world, dispel darkness, and protect humanity. On the flip side, it also has the power to obliterate all this goodness. But the problem was never the magic, it was the people. Because the people, even without magic, would still have the same personality. It's only more explosive here because magic is more involved. But it would have still been there. It would have been more secretive. It would have been more quiet. But it still would have been there. The problem was never magic, but the people who wielded it. Suddenly, the scene distorts and shatters into pieces. Your mind snaps back to reality as the memory comes to an end. Magister, you've gone through everything inside the memory fragment? I was talking to Muriel. This conversation appears to have taken place towards the end of your professor era. Its memory star is also kept in the research area. In this case, let's head back to the research area and place this fragment into its rightful memory star. Let's go reseal the memory fragment. I'm gonna beat these guys up first. This is it. The big finale, but they never quit. They were out to get me. I see this statue right here. I kind of want to try turning into a wolf really quick. You can see why I like this mission. We're experiencing some answers to our forgotten past, and I like that. It adds a little, like, je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? There's no way these tracks belong to an animal. This? I don't even want to talk to that guy right now. I wanted to do this, but I think I might have already done it. They were out to get me. What I did is unforgivable, and I will pay the price. Golden suits are now my curse, and now I walk towards you. Okay, so this one needs to be that one. So it needs to be 2 of these, which that one it already is, and then this one. Perfect! As you open the memory star with sealing magic, a force surges from within, drawing the memory fragment in. The second memory fragment is now back where it belongs. Things are going great! Hooray! Are you alright, Magister? Sorry, I zoned out for a bit. My heart feels heavy. I get it. Please wait here while I fetch something for you. Is it cake? Searching. Item found. Yes, this is the one. Memories fragment? During the war 20 years ago, you would always turn to this memory star whenever you were feeling down. I have no idea what's inside, but I'm confident it can lift your spirits. An icy sensation courses through your limbs, while darkness drapes over your eyes. Memories from the past rush in like relentless waves. Relentless waves? Low-key sounds like a video game, right? Somebody make that. Somebody make that a game. Attempt the backflip. Let's go. What if you just heard me, like, you heard like a whack, like, did you hear that? What if, and then I'm like, ah! I would never go back to that place at that time. Gloria! Yes, we love Gloria in this household. Have you made up your mind? I must remind you again, once you've officially involved yourself in a war as Merlin, great expectation and heavy responsibilities will follow. Bearing the name of Merlin comes with a burden far heavier than you can imagine. You'll lose your freedom and be bound to fight on until either Hypogeans fall or you do. Anxiety grips your heart. You're overwhelmed by fear. You know you're exceptionally skilled in magic, but you're still at a tender age, and so is your heart. You're gentle and kind, yet far too delicate. By joining the war, you'll be navigating treacherous waters. The stakes couldn't be higher. You could lose your own life, you know. Such a heavy burden, the cruelty of fate. I can still bow out now. It's crazy. I'm gonna say such a heavy burden. So, do you truly want this? To shape the fate of Esperia as Merlin. It's life or death situation. The battle may never end. But I've already made my decision. Since magic's used to bring destruction, I'll use it to defend Esperia. I'll fight until my last breath. It's interesting because these are all the same answer. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. It's almost like a story. Like, it's almost like... You see what I mean? Like, it's... Like, it feels like it could be all the same conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you could lose your life, you know? Such a heavy burden. The cruelty of fate. I can still bow out now. And then she asks, do you want to do this? You can... To shape the fate of Esperia as Merlin. It's a life or death situation. The battle may never end, but I've made my decision. I'll use it to defend Esperia. I see. I knew you'd say that. You've always sought to spread happiness with your magic. It seems to me that you're already strong enough now to shoulder this responsibility. May you stay undefeated on the battlefield. I look forward to the day you vanquish the Hypogeans and bring back peace to Esperia. Merlin. I wonder if Master feels better now. Gotta love the illusion of choice. I don't mind it in this case because it almost feels like a story, and we know how this story is gonna end, right? So it has to all lead to one point anyway. So I like that all of the answers feel like they're back to back the same, you know what I mean? In this specific instance, it works well. But other times, I kind of get tired of options if they don't have any significance. I really like it when stories continuously change. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, there was that one time back in Rustport where you could, like, get on the ship or not. Like, at the very beginning. I wish that had more significance in the story. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we really took a different turn. Depending on how you answered. And hello. I'm trying to think of how I want to call your name. Max? Get the Max from Netflix. Have you finished watching it? Did it make you feel any better? Dime will remember that. LOL. It's like a Telltale game. But I actually really like Telltale games. I like it when your choices matter. And that's one reason why I really like BioShock. Even games like Warp, I know it's kind of dark, but at the same time, I like it when your choices lead to the ending. Max, nice. I feel much better now. Thanks, Cranky. Well, welcome in, Max. That's good to hear. If you ever feel low again, please do let me know. There are many more memory stars like this here. Let's find the last fragment. Stop it before things go wrong. Don't worry. I spotted that moment in the moment it escaped and locked it up in the storeroom. It traces back to your days as a student at the Serene Lyceum, long before I came into existence. Back then, you had only just learned to craft memory stars, so those from that era contained little memories and were completely free of hypothenes or other dangerous substances. No need to stress that last part. Anyway, these memory stars aren't particularly important and are fairly stable. You hardly touched the memory stars after the war began, so I put it in the storeroom along with your possessions from your student days. Student days sounds like a video game as well. I had to read the memory stars on Beneder after learning who she was. Oh, Benedier. It's interesting, but who was Benedier before her? The memories star said she was in bad health and needed a new bearer of the title. Your voice is positive. I like that. Well, thank you, Max. I appreciate it. Sounds... Oh, did I read that? I don't even remember. No, I didn't. I mostly left them alone until the other day, when this clutter was knocked over by the chaotic memory fragments. As I was putting things back in order, I heard the thump on the floor. It was then that I realized that I had stumbled upon an abandoned super robot. Just kidding. Just kidding. High energy people are good for my mental health. Well, then you found the right spot. Even in sickness, I am always high energy. I don't know why. It is just my instinct. It was then I noticed that I keep thinking of that same thing. It was then I realized I had stumbled upon the abandoned super robot. And I, Chiro, became their leader. Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go! Fighting any evil, they are Shagazoom's hope. Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go! Come on with us, let's go. Antari. No. It was not Antari. Yes, it was Antari. Antari. Gibson. What order is it? I forgot. Antari. Gibson. Nova. Otto. Chiro. Caffeine and sugar, LOL. I actually do not... The only caffeine I have is the one I'm drinking right now. But yeah, probably sugar. Low-key. It's actually probably sugar because I was eating Sour Patch Kids. And I still have some and I'm going to enjoy those. Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go! Fighting any evil, they're Shagazoom's hope. Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go! Defeating any foe. It was then. Okay. Oh my gosh, I need to stop thinking about Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go! When I read it was then. That I noticed that the seals on some of the memory stars had loosened and a memory fragment had escaped. I didn't want it running amok in the tower, so I secured the storeroom with a magic barrier to keep it contained. Magister, please come this way. Once we handle the last memory fragment, our work will be done. Hooray! Please follow me to the storeroom. Come on with us, let's go. Super Robot Monkey Team was fire. Maybe you should go watch the show. You should! Everyone should watch that show. It was really great. The ending had me a little bit, but it was an open ending, so it's better than being cancelled, but... Ooh. I found my ways through jaded days. But now I know the other side of me. I'm letting go of who I used to be. Emergency! 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 Paging Dr. Beats. Okay, let me focus. This memory star wasn't in the pieces that last I checked. It probably did it to itself. That must be the case. It was just a wild guess. Magister, that's a fair assumption. For your information, memory fragments are made up of tiny, interconnected pieces of memory. They can indeed break apart when subjected to external shocks. I just don't understand why it's obsessed with pounding the floor. Anyway, let's round up all the pieces first. These pieces are stuck on my old diaries. Divination log. Flame reading, tea leaf reading, and smoke reading. Practice 1. Predict tomorrow's weather with flame reading. The flame shot straight up. Sunny, I guess? Practice 2. Check on my fortune of the day with a leaf tea reading. Seriously, which is the right way to read it? Practice 3. Foresee my practice partner's future with smoke reading. The smoke disappeared as soon as it rose. Does it mean death? What is this? Is this death? The show was cancelled. It's actually not finished. Really? I thought it did finish. Because it ended right with that, like, battle. So I thought it was an open ending. You know how, like, the Gray Man had the last episode of season 2 was also, like, the battle right with Millennium Earl and Alan. And then it didn't actually happen. The same thing with Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. There's a chance they may finish it. They're just waiting for the stars to align. LOL. Foresee my practice partner. Okay. Siren told the divination professor that he didn't want to be my practice partner anymore. His reason? Every time I... I'm giggling, because I also kind of would agree with Siren. Siren told the divination professor that he didn't want to be my practice partner anymore. His reason? Every time I predicted his death, he never died. And that made me a lousy diviner. How absurd! Shouldn't he be happy he's alive? He could really use a new way of looking at things. That's crazy. A lot of Jedux got cancelled. I see. That's rough. I loved Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. It was great. Jedux shows got cancelled. Fair. The semester's coming to an end. It's time to buckle down and study. Today's agenda. Morning illustration practice exam. Afternoon, study magical theory with Siren at the library and complete the paper. Evening, conduct academic... what is that? Alchemy research and finalize the potion recipe summary. My plan flopped. While doing research in the library, I came across a book titled 100 Serene Lyceum Secrets. Who could resist a title like that? I ended up spending most of my day reading that book. Right before the library closed, I hacked Siren for his notes. As expected, his face went dark immediately. He started lecturing me at full speed. I could barely follow half of it. He kept going on and on about the same thing, accusing me of slacking just because I'm already at the top of the class. And honestly, I can't remember the rest. And why is he complaining? Because when I start slacking, he becomes number one. So really, he should have locked in. He should have felt happy. Anyway, I still managed to get the notes. Why? What went wrong? What exactly made Siren hate us? Because we seem to be friends here. Like, this doesn't feel right to me. When did he go off the deep end? And thank you, Max. I appreciate it. This room is where you can also place some past season adventure items on the shelf and bench. That's cute. Anyway, I still managed to get his notes and stayed up all night to finish everything. I'm completely worn out now. Definitely sleeping in tomorrow. I mean, I would if I could too. But Max, do you play AFK Journey? Or is this like a random new experience for you? Because actually, I just like the character Siren so much. But these diary entries make Siren seem pretty cool. You know, like he seems kind of likable. And I'm upset because he sucks. It's random. Oh, I see. Because Siren is kind of evil. Not even kind of. Like, he literally straight up murdered people. And then, like, one person he murdered, or, like, kind of murdered, he actually, like, invited a demon to take over her body. It was a wild situation. Crayon. LOL. So, like, yeah, Max is not I mean, Siren is not a good character. He's the evil one. And then these diary entries make him seem really likable. Like, I kind of like this Siren in the past. I was here for other purpose. I make custom stream visuals and Vtuber, stuff like that, overlays. Oh, I see. I found my way. The next alchemy class will be on hands-on session on making healing potions. Remember to get the ingredients. I messed up and brought wrong ingredients. Because of that, Siren couldn't finish his assignment. Okay, you see, I would be angry too. If my partner had a responsibility and I did what I had to, but then they came in empty-handed, I would be irritated. And now he has started glaring at me non-stop. It's really hard to concentrate when someone is staring like they want to hex you. LOL. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Maybe I should make something delicious for him. With the ingredients on hand, they're all edible anyway. I ended up brewing a very sugary potion. I thought it was great. Apparently, I was the only one. The professor warned me not to poison my classmates, which feels like a little unfair. Siren has not stopped shooting daggers at me either. I noticed his cup was empty and assumed he liked it. Hoping to find a kindred spirit, I asked him about it. He said he had simply poured it out because it was too disgusting. Just like that. Rude. How's everything going? It's going great, Andy. You see, Max, I don't need any art. So I actually already have all the art that I want. But thank you so much. Yeah, I'm dying to know what the heck happened to Siren. This is all some heavy stuff. What happened? Exactly. Because this Siren actually seems really likable. Like, I think I could vibe with this Siren. And I'm okay with someone being better than me. I'm way okay with that. So, I don't understand what happened. And no problem, Max. I hope you find some people. Siren, I remember him. He used to be both your close friend and your strongest rival at school. We used to be friends? He's my enemy now. I'm gonna say we used to be friends. You said so before. Sorry, I wish I could tell you more about this person. But after you started teaching at the Lyceum, you lost touch with him and rarely mentioned him. It's strange that out of so many things in here, these pieces are all attached to diaries that mention Siren. Based on previous experience, memory star fragments tend to be drawn to objects connected to the memories they contain. So it's safe to assume that this memory star fragment is about Siren. Magister, if you really dislike him, we can destroy it outright. No! It might have valuable information and story developing. No, knowing my enemy helps. I want to remember everything. Very well, now let's assemble these pieces. Cranky restores the memory fragment to its complete state. It's done. When you're ready, you can touch the memory fragments to relive the memory. Mogged passively. Ooh, it's pretty. The memory seems to end here. It didn't even start. I thought there was more. Where's the part with Siren? Could there be a glitch? The star shower seems familiar. I remember now. You once asked me to fetch this memory star for you while going through an old diary. It contained a star shower just like this one. It was a memorable one for me because you looked so somber while watching it. Even though star showers had always been your favorite. You even shut the memory star before the scene had fully played. The journal might hold the answer. Just a moment, I'll help you find it. You could be somewhere around here. So I guess we had our friendship breakup right here. That's the only answer, because why would I be... Did we have a fight by the star shower? Found it. This is the one. You wrote this diary shortly after enrolling in the Serene Lyceum. I would love to see what you were like as a student, but sadly, you hadn't created me yet. As you pick up the yellowed diary, I love yellow, and run your fingers over its pages, the touch feels both familiar and strange. Unlike the research notes you wrote as an adult, your handwriting in this diary is still youthful. How would handwriting be youthful? And entries are less orderly. Below a half-finished to-do list, you find doodles of a bizarre magic circle you drew while slacking off. You give the diary a shake and a tiny note slips out. Did you secretly pass this to a classmate behind your professor's back? Why'd you move? What's wrong with the seat next to me? Why did you suddenly move away after the results came out? Why won't you talk to me? Is it because of the results? Come on, don't be so grumpy. The professor almost thought you were glaring at him just now. It's not what it looks like. Second place is still pretty good, right? You only missed the bonus question. Seriously, drop it. The bonus question was about Star Shower, and the professor never even mentioned it in class. How did you manage to pull it off and score full marks? Finally, you're talking. I picked that up myself after class. If you're interested, I can show you how to do it at the observatory. What do you say? Dang, so I tried to be friends and he got number 2, and then he had one inconvenience and exploded. That's what it looks like. Stargazing log. I worked with Siren to break down the star shower spell, just like we planned. Honestly, I love talking about magic with him, even if he drives me crazy sometimes. It always sparks all these interesting ideas in my head. That conversation got me thinking, maybe I could start my observations with that constellation today. I really hope I can catch something ancient again. Illegible observation log. Siren came along to stargaze with me. But, well, he's not exactly great at it. He didn't see anything. He seemed kind of upset about it. Maybe I should plan a surprise to cheer him up next time? No. Honestly, we should give Siren space. Low-key, he's upset about being number 2. We are the exact cause of his anger. Bro started his villain arc of his own accord, literally because he was second place. And, like, bro, like, I don't know. It just seems really weird. It just seems really weird. Like, I would never hate my friend for being the number 1. Yeah, maybe I'm not the best mage, but maybe I'm the best mage. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be number 1 in other areas. Star shower made the night sky light up with gorgeous meteor shower. That's honestly one of the reasons I love it so much. Too bad my plan wasn't perfect. Siren was excited at first, but when he figured out it was from star shower, his mood changed. He said I shouldn't have wasted his time with such a useless spell. It stung when he said that about my favorite spell. How could it be useless when it brings luck and joy to anyone who sees it? It was real useless because you see, I understand why he's angry, but at the same time, his anger is irrational. Because yeah, he's upset because this is the very spell that got him second place, right? So he's upset about it because he lost that question. And we really shouldn't have been casting the spell like, oh look, this is the spell that beat you. You know what I mean? So honestly, we're both doing bad steps here. But at the same time, he's taking out his anger on me when it's not really my fault. You know what I mean? How could it be useless when it brings luck and joy to anyone who sees it? Magic is supposed to make people happy, right? From that angle, Star Shower might just be the most powerful spell in this area. He just sneered when I said that. To him, magic's all about power, and anything like Star Shower is just a fun trick with no real use. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. So Siren was low-key evil the whole time. Because what do you mean it's all about power? Like, okay. No, I definitely am on the side of Merlin here. Like, not everything is about being stronger all the time, right? But I don't think that is necessarily evil. I still don't know exactly what went wrong. Because, you know, gym bros, they want to get stronger too. Strength is not the problem. There's something else that Siren is going through. And I've met several cool gym guys, okay? They just like to be stronger. And I'm cool with that. Like live your best life, sir. What exactly does Star Shower mean? Could you have cast it? Unlikely, because I sense no trace of your magic in it. Someone else must have cast it. If so, why did I keep it in my journal? And stored it as a memory star? They better not try to make him sympathetic. I'm okay to see them try. I'm okay to see them try. He doesn't have to be. Like, I just don't want him to really have a redemption arc. I think that would be wild to give him a redemption arc. Because you can sympathize with a villain. You can understand what made them a villain. And still not like them. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. And still admit they're evil. You can even like them and admit they're evil. Like, I'm trying to think, who's somebody that is evil, but I like them anyway? But I like them anyway. Lord Farquaad. You know, he's funny, but I don't like him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like him as a character. I like him in his world. Or like Genu from K-pop Demon Hunters. I like him in his world. But personally, I could never vibe with him. And if I was Rumi's bestie, she would not be with Genu. I would stop that immediately. Just kidding, because I can't really control someone else. But you know what I mean, right? If so, why did I keep it in my journal and stored it in my memory star? Magister, the memory fragment seems to be trembling. A new scene has appeared. Check the fragment. An icy sensation courses. I felt a curse around me. A chill pierced through my body. Okay, through your limbs while darkness drapes over your eyes. Memories from the past rush in like a relentless wave. Relentless wave? and you hear distant voices. Time has reduced the speaker to little more than a silhouette. All it does is summon a meteor shower. Can't believe it's just a visual spell. I thought it was what helped her read the ancient constellations. What a waste of time. Siren, I had no idea you were practicing this spell. How did you? It's nothing. Just killing time. Hardly worth the effort. If you put all your... Yeah, you see, he's bitter about it. Because that was the same spell that got him number 2. That charm, the rest are pretty neat battle abilities in season gameplay. Best farmed for a season from Legend Tower game mode. I see. If you put all of that into the Star Shower last time, then you might want to step up your practice. No need to justify yourself. You don't have to feel ashamed. I'm gonna say no need to justify yourself. He's angry. Your Star Shower is beautiful. You're better at it than I am. Beating you at something like this, pointless, doesn't mean anything. You sound pretty pleased though. It's my favorite spell. Then you have terrible taste. Why are you holding a star? Is it a toy or something? It's a memory star. Oh my gosh. What if the star that Siren wanted was the Star Shower spell? That would have been crazy. It's not, but what if it was? It's a memory star. Your Star Shower is stunning. Do you mind if I record it? Do whatever you want. You created the best Star Shower today. This memory is for you to keep. I'm not gonna say that. This is mine. You don't have to say that to console me. You beat me on the exam, but I'll catch up. I always do. But do you really? Because you're still number 2. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! He's just so... He makes me angry! I'm just as talented as you. I mean, but you're still number 2, right? And I won't stay in second place forever. One day, I'll surpass you. This isn't a competition. You're already a great mage. What is that supposed to mean? Was that pity in your voice? I was not pitying you, sir. I was laughing at you. I'm sorry, I'm aggressive. Do you feel sorry for me because I'm always falling behind you? No, I don't feel sorry for you. In fact, I'm mad at you. Or mocking me for thinking I could ever stand beside you? Yeah, that's actually more in line. That's not what I meant. You're misunderstanding. Enough. The figure walks off, and you part on bad terms. The memory star, a gift unsent, quietly recorded the entire incident. That's rough. But I will end it here. We are way over time, I just realized. And I need to take a break. My throat's starting to hurt. But I low-key, like, there's a part of me that likes old Siren, but at the same time, I'm like, no, you still suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're taking out all of this anger on me for no reason. Like, what did I do? I was just better than you. That's the problem. That's the only thing. Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna raid this person because they're actually playing AFK Journey. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to watch someone playing AFK Journey. But it seems like they're still on the story while I'm doing like the side quest. But thank you so much for coming, everyone. Have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye. And have fun, Stabby. 100%. Enjoy the game.